is to watch a college football game. Definitely a bucket list item. Nebraska continues to be one of the strongest traditions in college sports. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. Missouri ready to kick off to get us underway. On the run from inside his own 5. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. Straight ahead, it's Ives. That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27. When you're called Corn Huskers, you're like a big red thrashing machine, and you're going to get it done on the ground.
Just going to chew up the ground yards. Just going to eat you up, play physical, be different. And that's what Nebraska fans want. Throwback to the old days, the glory days, and they want some of that here in this recent history.
Looking to the big tight end. And he gets it away.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Long way to go on second down. Looking for running room. He breaks a tackle. Knocked down after getting 6 all the way out to the 34-yard line.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. To the air, it's Calandria. Out wide right, it's Hunter. Coming through that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that.
Makes the grab in their space. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Ives. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots and zones. You got to get him involved.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but now facing third down. They're all over it. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go for it on 4th down. Here comes the heat. Hauls it in. Knocked down, but he's got enough to move the chains and convert that 4th down.
Man, those plays are frustrating on a defense. You get 3 stops and you force that 4th down, trying to get off the field, but the offense makes the play, gets the first down. It's almost like you got to kind of recalibrate, refocus. Forget that one. Let's do it again.
The Huskers, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Handoff to the single running back. He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be 2nd and long. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning turkey bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked, maybe even double-team high load, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal, you bum. That's fine. But that's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
Makes the grab. At the 20, he's got space. Turning it on. And he scores! Touchdown, Nebraska!
Well, the gamble by the head coach early in the game really pays off. Remember, they went for it on 4th down to stay on the field. They wanted to be aggressive, and now they get to pay it off, scoring a touchdown. Really nice job. It's always a massive gamble as a head coach taking those risks, but when you've got an offense like this, that really wasn't that tough of a decision.
And I think defensively, that kind of takes the wind out of your sails. Like, you get so excited. You force the 4th down, maybe a punt, maybe a field goal, whatever it is. I'm going to get off the field, and then they get it. And they finish with this drive together. You're right. Circle that 4th down. That was a big one.
This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Here's Hardy to begin the drive. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Throwing Simmons. Holds on, it's Lee. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Early in the game, as a DB, I'm settling in. It's okay if I give up 4, 6, 7 yards. I'm just trying to get settled in, gauge the speed, and then later on, I can adjust to the speed of the game.
It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. Lined up in the gun, here's Simmons. Finds his big tight end. Such a big part to convert these 3rd downs, and they've got it at the 42.
That was a 3rd down this offense absolutely had to have. They're already down in this game, and so on 3rd down, you've got to find a way to win. And it's a nice job in the one-on-one, running a good route, creating some separation, quarterback throwing on time, and this offense stays on the field.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
Well, the short passing game is a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the 1st quarter because it's reliable, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play. So this can certainly open things up later on.
Austin Simmons firing again. Throws to the tight end. Got his man on the right. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense. Coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown. But you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
We've reached the break. It's Nebraska holding the lead. Let's take a look at the numbers through the 1st quarter. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the 2nd quarter. So 1st down here as they go back to work. They'll give it to Hardy. There to stop him after a pickup of 1 to the 22.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Right back to the well. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Third down, and the Husker faithful getting loud, trying to make moving a change impossible. Simmons trying not to drown in the noise. Caught. He'll be stopped short. It'll be 4th down, and let's see what the decision is here.
That's why, as a defense, you feel okay playing man coverage on 3rd down, because you know you've got linebackers and you've got players on your defense that can cover these dangerous running backs mano-a-mano. Nice job tackling in the open field.
Hoping to move the chains, Missouri comes to the line on 4th. Looking for the edge. And he's brought down, but they believe the offense could convert the 4th down, and it paid off.
4th down and short, and where do they put the ball? In the hands of their quarterback. This guy is so good. They trust him. He runs the option and keeps it himself and gets just enough for the 1st down.
The Tigers back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Here's Simmons to throw. Right side, it's Harris. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on 1st down, setting up an easier 2nd down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on 2nd down.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Here's a give to Hardy. Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Simmons from the gun on 3rd down. Look out! He's sacked. This defense all over him.
And protecting their quarterback is job number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as many as you want to put it up. They got to make sure they take care of him so he can make those plays. Defense wins this rep. They win up front, get to the quarterback, and get the sack.
Absolute shame. Missed it. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Running inside. It's Ives. Got the 1st down. Got a little grass. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier.
I mean, what a huge game for this offense. You're always trying to find ways to get your playmakers in space. And when you create a hole like that, Palmer, good Lord, anybody's going to be able to run through it. Then he just keeps chewing up those yards, makes the big play.
He's a difference maker, David, and he gets better.
Snags it and he's open. A likely touchdown-saving tackle, but the catch and run takes it down to the 7. Now the chance to pay off that big play from just outside the 5. A 1st down run in the red zone. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. And now what will they come up with on this second down play? They keep pushing forward now, back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. Fires into the end zone. Intercepted for the 11th time this season.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. They'll start this drive on the ground with Hardy. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
And this offense on 1st down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Now here's Simmons. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. Timeout called by the Cornhuskers. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. They missed a field goal on that last drive, but here on 3rd down, they can't afford for this possession to come up empty. Lined up in the gun, here's Simmons. He's going for it all. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Man, and that was a drive to forget right there. Like, they wanted to create some space, get out of their own end zone, and maybe flip the field, but that offense got nothing going, and they're going to have to punt from their own end zone.
Puts a boot to it. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week, only called on twice. And the returner is stopped. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Back to throw, it's Calandria. Looking left. Wide open downfield. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line.
That looks like a real simple play by the wide receiver, but give him a ton of credit. That was an excellent route. He never telegraphed that he was breaking to the outside. Kept his eyes downfield, so when he cuts, he's able to get maximum separation from...
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. Nebraska uses a timeout here. It's their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. So now on 2nd and long, you start to think just don't fall out of field goal range. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Escapes the pressure to his right. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack. Nebraska calls a timeout, and that's their last one. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. And we might as well state the obvious. 1st and 2nd down didn't work out. 3rd and very long. Lofts one high and deep. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. The Cornhuskers decide to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Gets his first one of the day away. He might be a little stiff. They only used him twice in that loss a week ago. And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see how they handle it. Here's Hardy to begin the drive. Breaks into the open. Good gain there. Picks up the first down, and now maybe this offense attacks before the half. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Simmons. He'll pull it down and run. Quarterback gets the first down. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, kind of the unofficial halfway point of the season. Week 8 and another exciting update from the EA Sports Desk. We start with a look at Rutgers, taking on the number 24 team, the Memphis Tigers. And it's the Scarlet Knights, hoping that clock hits zeros while they're still in front. A victory today would move them to 7-2 and catapult this team forward as they make their stretch run. Here now a look at some other games of note, including a big upset inside the Sun Belt.
Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. Looking to throw, it's Simmons. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here.
And how about this defense really answering the challenge so far today? This offense, you've seen like last week. I mean, they can throw for touchdowns and big yards and big chunk plays. Defense has answered the call, played the deep ball well, played discipline, making this offense really earn everything they get.
And they'll need a bunch on second down. Throwing Simmons. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
The black shirts looking to this crowd, and they are delivering energy on this big third down. Simmons trying not to drown in the noise. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
Hits inside. It's Hardy. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Enough to move the chains. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run to guys, and get them on the ground, for goodness sakes. This guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
Here's Simmons to throw. Out wide right, it's Lee. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down.
The offense really struggled in the first half of this game, so it was important coming out of halftime. They were able to generate some momentum and get some rhythm offensively, and right now they look like they have it on this drive. Great news to see the quarterback make that last throw there to pick up the first down. They need him to play great in the second half.
Takes the grab. He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat.
Well, the performance by the offense in the first half was very ugly, and they needed to make some adjustments. Give the coaching staff some credit because they did that. This is a completely different-looking offense here on the first drive of the third quarter. They just look like they're playing with energy. They've got a fire lit under them a little bit. We've seen a few schematic tweaks as well, but they need to keep doing this because this is working.
They'll run it with Hardy. Defense all over it. It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you are.
Simmons fires into the end zone. Intercepted for the 11th time. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. The Cornhusker offense is out and ready to go on the attack. They'd love nothing more than to take advantage of that early second-half turnover and cash in and tack a little bit more onto this lead. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
To the air, it's Calandria. Oh, pressure's coming. He almost had the pick, and that could have given them a boost. Instead, it'll be third down.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working, ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete to the right. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. And the Huskers will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Coverage team does a good job and touches it dead. No return on this one. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. They'll give it to Hardy. Oh, he's got some space. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's second and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
The Tigers come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Hardy again. Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Throwing Simmons. Looking to the big tight end. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Man, I love the catch radius on this guy. If you just put it somewhere near his body, he's going to be able to reel it in. That was a phenomenal job, showing you his athleticism and also his concentration, making that outstanding grab.
Looking downfield at Simmons. Throws to the wideout. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. Got open on the post and then had no regard for his body in making that catch.
Exactly right. You know you're going to get hit a lot of times coming over the middle of the field, but he runs that post, lays out, makes the play for his quarterback. That's a tough hombre.
Wants to throw one first. Turns it upfield. And they make the tackle, not before he gets the first down. Now let's see if they rush to the line or let the time run out here in the third. Right around the halfway point of the season, neither of these squads that we've watched today ranked, but here's the top 25 as it stands right now. And it looks as if we are ready to get things started here in the fourth quarter. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Here's Simmons to throw. Got his man downfield. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
And, man, this offense needed that. They've got to get it go. That clock is ticking. They've got 0 points on the game. They've got to put a couple of plays together. There's play number 1. Let's see if they can get a streak going, get down the field, and put some points on the scoreboard.
And they are looking to pull even with a touchdown here in the fourth quarter. On the option. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers. Setting up for the extra point and the top. And the extra point was good, and we are all tied up in the fourth. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Tie game, fourth quarter, plenty of time to work with, exactly where you want to be in this one. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
And both of these defenses, man, they've been so good. They've been physical. They've been great tackling, limiting explosive plays. But it's these type of plays right here, when it's kind of a 50-50, 60-40, where the offense has to make the play, the defense has been consistently winning in this football game.
Second and long here. Quarterback signaling to his guys. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Back to pass, it's Calandria. Throws for the tight end. Got him downfield. I know defenders hate quarterbacks and love nothing more than hitting them, but you're hitting yourself in the gut when you get a 15-yard penalty. Just couldn't stay off the quarterback, and that roughing the passer call has them set up with a 1st and 10. Trying to establish the run. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. They give it back to him. They got it blocked just enough, and a good gain on that run.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Well, they were trying to set up an outbreaking route here on 3rd and long, trying to get a receiver open in space, just couldn't come away with it, though. Nice job by the defense, watching the QB's eyes and swatting it down.
Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going to go for it on 4th down. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Hauls it in, the first down and more. Dragged to the ground, but not before. He's converted to 4th down to keep the drive going.
Nice execution by the offense on 3rd down, understanding what they had to do to get the first down, pass complete, move the sticks, new set of downs. Quick give.
Got an alley. There he goes. Knocked down at the 25-yard line. Picked up 10 there and gets a first down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
The Huskers have their offense in high gear. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Quick give. It's Ives. Brought down after picking up 3 down to the 22.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Scanning the field, it's Calandria. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach. The timing needs to be precise on those out routes, and the quarterback just gave him too much ground to cover.
Yeah, and you got to know when to throw that. Right when he's breaking out of his break, I got to put that ball and put it on him. And you could tell the timing was a little bit off, just a little too much juice from the QB.
Let's see what they've dialed up on 3rd and long from the 22. From the gun, wants to pass. Snacks it. He did not make it. A stone wall on 3rd down. Timeout called here on defense, so they'll have a couple remaining in addition to the 2-minute stoppage to try to maximize time and get the football back. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Oh, and he missed it. No good. And here in the 4th quarter, still all tied up, guys.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Here come the Missouri Tigers, the offense ready to go to work. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Simmons. Right side, it's Terry. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. The clock stops as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the game.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. They'll try to run it in with Hardy. And he got it so close to that first down marker, but they still have a little work to do. It'll be 4th down. Going for it on 4th down late in a tie game. This is a huge play. Pulls it, and he's brought down, but he picks up the first down, and the gamble pays off.
I'll tell you, this is a guy, a quarterback, that I trust throwing the ball on fourth down, and I trust him running the ball on fourth down, too. Go with the option. Let him make the right read. He does. Calls his own number. His athleticism takes over. They pick up the first.
Mizzou coming out with a fresh set of downs. Throwing Simmons. Unloads to the wideout. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Hey, this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before. And I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
Long way to go on second down. Moving the pocket, it's Simmons. Out wide right, it's Terry. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Here's Simmons to throw. Turns it upfield. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes. Only a pickup of a couple.
Man, this is such a hard situation. That clock is your enemy, and you've got to push the ball down the field. But you know the defense is dropping back, so you can take the underneath stuff and go to your second and third read some, but we got to stay aggressive.
Finds his tight end. He's stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain. Timeout on the field. Missouri calls it second. And they'll still have one timeout left at their disposal. And the Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. The give to Hardy. Got 6 yards on the play, 2nd and 4 coming. The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking.
And this offense has got to get somewhere, right? That's a couple plays in a row. Like, the clock is their biggest enemy. So we got to find a way to manufacture, push the ball down the field, make something happen with that clock running out.
I love the play call running the football here in the fourth quarter because with the score what it is right now, everything is at your disposal on offense. You are not panicking. This isn't throw every single down, all of a sudden 2-minute air raid type stuff. You can run the ball. You can do all of your stuff, personnel, shifting, motioning. Just got to be very, very careful and absolutely cannot turn it over.
Missouri gets to the line quickly. Here's a give to Hardy. He's brought down immediately and barely got it back to the line of scrimmage. They get the timeout and the clock reads 3 seconds.
All right, no secrets with this offense. We're going to keep running the football. Let that clock tick. Keep 2 hands on the football. And then where does my kicker like to kick it the most? You see some people like it from the right hash or the left hash. Some people like it in the middle. Run the clock. Get my kicker in the position he wants to be in. Try to kick the field goal with the least amount of time as possible.
After the field goal, now they have the lead. Guys, that one was a ton of fun.